Welcome to the vault. This is Kraz. You know what we're going to do, so let's get started. So, we're going to open a booster today. Or booster, did I say booster? Woo, go Magic. Yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah, this isn't Magic. This is something else, right? This is something different. Is that what we're dealing with? Yeah. Magic the Gathering, right? Bam! Nailed it. See, I knew what we were opening. I know what we're doing. Right? We all know what we're doing here. Let's check out some Magic boosters, shall we? Huh? This will be amazing. So let's see. What's in this Magic pack? What do we got? What do we got? Magic. Gotta love it. Okay. So I hope everybody's having a good day. I hope you guys are having a good weekend. Hope you're having fun. So we're just gonna crack some packs and have a good time and just kind of go. Ooh. Is that upside down? Oh, I'm upside down. That might help. Let's go right side up, shall we? Woo, now we're not upside down. See, we know how to do this. We've done this before. We know what we're doing. Right? We're professionals here. Professional. Oh man. The editing some people put into their videos. I have to admit, there's some cool stuff out there. So we had Effervescent Principle first. That's awesome. Got a Positron Bolt. Twin Bolt Emissions. Wild Wormhole. Wild Wormhole. Library Babble. Library Babble. Doc Bookton. Dr. Escatera. Replicator. Valent Analyst, Experimental Therapy, Blinding Light, Shield of Justice, Terms of Redress, The Harder They Come, Whispering Reliquary, Champion Amphiel, Champion Tabris, Lord Golgotha, ooh, I like this guy, Protectrix, Vemos Lightbringer, another great creature. Key Charge, oh, love seeing that. Nature's Call, Nocturnal Maneuvers, Regrowth, Save the Pack, Vigor, Flexia, Snufflegator, Witch of the Eye, and Way of the Wolf. So let's see, was that really worth looking through again? We got a key back there, got a decent board, only one Amber Control. We're gonna move on, go to the next deck. So hope everybody's been enjoying Keyforge. I hope you guys have been opening some cool stuff. The world has gone crazy. I just, have to mention that. I think we all know that at this point. The world has really just kind of lost its mind. Just people overall, I think, have just lost it. Yeah, well. And, yeah, outside. Oh, we're upside down again. Let's fix that problem. Decks must be coming out in a different direction than I'm used to. Or maybe I'm just not flipping them. So I hope everybody's having a good time. I hope you guys are enjoying opening Keyforge packs. I hope you guys see some cool stuff and you're enjoying, what you're seeing as you open them. I hope you guys have found some really cool decks and you've had some fun playing. I really enjoy playing this game. It's just so much fun. It's just a really enjoyable game to play. I think the long-term future of this game is just fantastic. Eater of the Dead, I really like that card. This is a really cool one, and I really like the artwork on it too. It's just great to have a Purge card like that, and we do have an Arise to go with it, and this is a great board. So I do hope everybody's having a good time, and I hope you guys are taking care of yourselves. I hope that you guys are enjoying the deck openings. Hope you guys are enjoying what... Ooh, I like this guy. I hope you guys are enjoying what you're seeing. I hope you guys enjoy the content. Grey Knight, another great card. I just think that Keyforge just has such a unique aspect to offer. It's just not the same as the other games. It's not like the trading card games. It's just different. It's just a different animal. Plays differently. It's just different. It just has its kind of own thing. I'm getting the cards stuck down here. So this is an okay deck so far. I'm not seeing anything I'm super impressed with. So I'll thumb through that again and see if it's worth even really going through it. So I'm probably going to get quick through the cards. I mean, there's some okay stuff in here. It's not a terrible deck. It's just not fantastic. So we're gonna move on. So what do you guys think about what do you guys think about the tournament scene? You know, what's been going on there? Actually, I'm gonna do something real quick. Do you guys think that that's interesting? Do you like the way that that's going to shape up? This is just the empty box. Just putting it in there for a stabilizer, because we're going to go through this whole thing. I really just want to open a whole display and enjoy the process. So that's what we're going to do. So I hope you guys are opening some good stuff and you're enjoying the process. And I hope you guys are excited about tournament play. I'm excited about tournament play. I do want to see how that shakes out. I want to see how these decks really do end up standing up against each other. How they end up comparing to each other on a professional level. I have a pretty good idea of the power level of a deck. I just don't know how well those decks are going to truly stack up against each other in the greater scheme of things. Like what will be the truly most powerful combinations. And I'm not talking about broken combinations, because most people are going to, you're going to get to see your opponent's deck list, and so you're going to know the combination to immediately start working against. So if they have it, there's very few combinations that can be pulled off without needing at least a turn or so of prep. And because all those different decks need prep time, that prep time gives your opponent lead time to deal with your combination. Now, there are a couple combinations that can be played out in a single round. But there's just not a lot of those. And then things like this can get rid of it, can stop it. So there's definitely ways to deal with those kind of combinations. And so I don't think that they're going to be the end-all be-all. I mean, it is possible that one of those will be the winner. I just don't think that those are necessarily going to be the absolute best of best decks. So, and we'll see. That's possible. But I'm not going to say that that's absolutely certain. I wanted to mention something. Biomatrix backup. Have they changed the wording on this? The screen share games destroyed. Okay, so they errated this card. It's in the rule book, and I'll probably link that in the description. This card was errated, and even though the text says what it says, the errata of the text now overwrites it. It is now, when the creature's destroyed, it is put into its owner's archive. It's not a may. They removed the may from it in the errata. The card has now changed. I love the fact that they did that. Thumbs up, Fantasy Flight. You did a wonderful job. You fixed this card the way it should have been played. It really has made all decks with Biomatrix backup better, and you guys should definitely take a look at your decks that have Biomatrix backup in them. Give them a second look, because those decks have now improved significantly because this card now works. So definitely check your decks out that have this card in it and realize that it's been errated. And they may actually change the print on this in future print runs, so be aware of that. So just wanted people to know that. I do really like the direction it's going. I really enjoy the decks. I think there's some great card combinations and stuff in here. I think you can see some really cool things. And if I see something that's really, really good, I'm going to stop. And I'm going to say something. But overall, if it's just kind of an average-ish deck, I'm going to do the quick peruse through it. And if we don't see something amazing, we're going to move on. So another one, I mean, this one has a decent amount of steel in it. But I don't see any, let's see, capture steel. I mean, we could take advantage of that. We do have the key abduction. Not too bad of a deck. It's got a lot of steel in here, but we don't have any. I don't know. It's just lacking something. I'd have to take a little bit more time to think about what it's lacking, but it's definitely lacking something. And so we're just going to move on. So that card was errated, which I think is really cool. I'm glad that they fixed that card. That's good to see. Good for the game. Good for the just overall. Good for Keyforge. That's a fantastic move, and I do like seeing that. So I'm glad that happened. So really glad to see that. And I hope we see more good rulings like that in the future. So great job, guys. You're really doing a good job over there, and the player base, we really appreciate it. The good job you guys are doing. I know it's not going to be perfect, but good job. Thumbs up, double thumbs up. You know, good job. Knock that one out of the park. So this could work out really well if we have the right. Oh, I love this card. If we have the right thing to go with it. Do we have the? Oh, we do. We have War Song. Fantastic. Cannon, good card. Gauntlet of Command. So I do really like this combination for cards. It's one of the ones I really enjoy, and it can be really good if you get a lot of certain cards in Brobnar. Certain cards in Brobnar are just, oh man, that's a powerful board, and a War Drummer. Certain cards in Brobnar are just, oh, Creeping Oblivion, are just really good. And this keeps pulling good cards, so, I'm liking this deck. So hopefully I pull some really good Amber Control in the end. And we're already pulling some Amber Control, just overall, and some Amber Gain in here. So we are pulling some good stuff. Oh, more steel. I really hope Shadows just knocks it out of the park. If it does, this is going to be an amazing deck. Oh, we're missing a bait and switch though. So still an interesting deck so far. I don't know if we're going to see too much to protect. No, we're not. We don't have any major steel in here. I don't see any major Amber Control. We have a lot of just direct steel, which is nice. And we've got some Silvertooth, which is nice. But overall, this deck started out really well and just didn't end very well. That's essentially what happened. Shadows let us down. Shadows, you failed. You don't have any of your big steel cards, and then everything else is little. We have the Gateway. I mean, this is great. The Brobnar's great. Everything was great, and then we, got let down by Shadows. So, oh well, that's the way it goes. You see that, and then you just move on. You just go, well, that's fine. That's fine, Shadows. You want to be that way? Okay. We're gonna move on. We don't need you anymore. We're done with you. So, yeah. Bye, Shadows. Later. You failed us on Generation. Try again next time. So I hope you guys do enjoy the videos. I hope that I hope people realize I'm not trying to act or anything. I'm just relaxing. I'm kind of a screwy person once I do relax, and the more I relax, the more screwy I kind of become. And I'm not, like, I don't know, it's hard to explain. You guys will understand in time. I am relaxing about doing this. It's becoming a little bit more easy for me. I'm kind of enjoying experimenting with the format. I'm enjoying kind of getting to mess around and see what can be done. And I really do like seeing all the cards that, that are in this. Oh, that's such a good card. Oh man, Brobnar's looking so good already. Oh, look at that. Just all good cards. I mean, oh man. Some Amber Gain. Oh, another. Oh, I want a War Drummer. Oh, I got a War Drummer. Oh no, this is so good. Okay, that was an amazing house. Brobnar really knocked it out of the park on that one. Oh, library access, so good. So this deck is already turning out to be an interesting one. Now there are some cards in here that can be, oh, look at that. I mean, like, just looking so good. Card advantage here is just amazing. Oh, the Mobius scroll. Oh, and Dexter. Okay, well, Dexter's not the best, but he does have uses in certain decks. So, oh man, more card advantage. This is just crazy. Okay, not going to use this card. I just can't do it. So, Mothership support. Oh, I love this. Now we have some steel. Oh, we have more steel. Now just give me creatures. That's all I want. Just creatures. Oh, oh, you gave me creatures. Oh, oh, this is so good. Oh, we've got capture there too. Oh, we've got a bolter for some purge. We've got 2 bolters for purge. We've got a Zizix. Oh, a ramp. Got 2 ramp. Oh, and a Biomatrix backup. This is now a good card. And this is a good deck. Hold on, let me take another look at that. Hold on. That one's worth taking some time with. Hold on. Give me a minute. Oh, just look at that. Okay, so the amber control in here is a little bit weird. But we've got a lot of it. So hold on. So let's just look at amber control. So we've got 1, 2, 3. Lots and lots of card advantage. 4 if you count Dexter. And he is a 1 capture. He could make the difference on a specific turn. 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 amber control. Now that's not the biggest number, but it's got quite a bit. I mean, and it's got a big, powerful board back here. This is a big steal. These are big steals with this board. If you can keep this board there, and the Biomatrix backup works so good with the Yixel Marauder, because they get rid of it. He goes to your archive next turn. You pick him back up. You play him back down. You could also use it on the Zookeeper. There's just, oh man, the card advantage in this thing is crazy. It's like just card advantage. Card advantage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 card advantage cards and logos. That is a lot. A lot of play effects here to go with the War Drummer too. Like, this is just such a good deck. This is really, really, really good. I really like that one. That is a keeper. Definitely going into my selection of decks I keep. That's good. So we're going to put that one off to the side, and we'll continue on. That was beautiful. I love seeing decks like that. Like, that is just, that is what you want to see. You know, you want to see those kind of decks, you know, come in and just knock it out of the park for you. And on a full display, you're gonna get something good. Like, that's just the odds. On a full display, you're gonna get something decent. And this is why it's not really worth spending a lot of money online. The prices are already just completely out of control. So at this point, it's best just to even avoid that. I haven't looked recently because it just got so far out of control. I just decided it wasn't worth looking anymore. Decks were 20. You know, any deck that's good is super high in price. You know, the ones that have decent cards, the ones that have a lot of amber control and board clear and keys and crazy combos. There is a crazy combo one with an infinite combo, or sorry, with a game-winning combo that came up online and it was sold. I didn't check how much it was sold for. I should. It's gonna be super overpriced, I'm sure. Coward's End. This is just a really good card. Love seeing this. So I'm just going to go back to the, you know, oh, look at this. We got 2 of them. This deck's starting really well. We got a punch. So I hope everybody enjoyed that last deck. That was a really nice one. Really powerful. It's going to be a lot of fun to play. Has some great cards. It's not a traditional deck, and there's decks that'll beat it. It's not the most powerful, but it's definitely a cool one to have. It's going to be fun to play. Oh, look at that. I just love the big creatures in Brobnar. Brobnar really has just a fantastic... Oh, this guy's such a good ramp. And we didn't have a War Drummer to go with him, so that's actually a good thing. I like seeing that. Oh, look at that. Good amber control. Then we've got a lab work. So, good card to have. Oh, library access. So we've got some great card advantage already. More card advantage. This works really well with library access. Really good kind. Oh, two of those. Those are really powerful. Oh, another powerful card. Logos really does some interesting stuff. Oh, more card advantage. Oh, the Mind Lock. This is my first Mind Lock. So this can do some really cool stuff. I really like this card. Fantastic one to have. Just great card. Mother. Oh, more card advantage. And then a Full Moon. So this just looks like a good deck so far. I'm not going to say it's the best because, I don't know yet. But it does look like a good deck. It's not, the most powerful, but it's got some cool stuff in it. That's a lot of Nocturnal Maneuvers. Oh, we need the creatures. Okay, so there we go. We've got some creatures. We've got a Snufflegator, got a Murmook, and a Piranha Monkey. So I think the Piranha Monkey works really. Did we have a Cowards, or sorry, no, we didn't have a Save the Pack. So, oh, bummer. So let me go through that real quick and see if it's actually worth. I mean, like it started out decent. Had some. Well, we do have some board clears. We've got some interesting cards in here. Not the most powerful, but not the worst either. I mean, it's got some board clear. What kind of amber control did it have? I'm looking again to see where we're standing with amber control. We do have 2 effervescent principles up here. Some minor amber control here. And that's it. So, it's got the Mind Lock, and I don't have a Mind Lock, so I'm just going to put that off to the side also. Just because I don't have one, and I want to have one. So, oh, and I did have somebody ask me if I plan to sell my decks. Maybe in the future, but I'm not selling anything right now. I'm just giving them away to local kids and stuff, which are, like the decks that I decide not to keep. I'm just, 2 out. I'm just giving those away. I'm not trying to sell them. That's not my plan. I'm keeping them for now. Even if I have multiples or anything like that, even if it's not a deck I'm keeping, I'm not selling them. Like I said, I'm giving them away. That's what I'm doing. So for anybody who's interested in buying my decks in the future, when I do start selling some, I will let people know. But that's gonna be a long time from now. So, and I don't even know if I plan to. Like, it's not in my plan. It's not something that I'm like, oh, I'm gonna do this. I just, not in my plan. Okay, so let's see what we get from here. So there's a lot of cool decks that can generate in this game. And as people have seen, sometimes you'll get a deck and it's so non-normal, it's such an unusual deck that you don't see a lot of them, which is really cool. I like seeing unusual decks that you normally don't see. It's just a nice thing to see, things that are just strange and different. I find that enjoyable. Even if it's not the most powerful, if it's a cool deck and it's playable and it will work against most okay decks, it's just going to be fun to play with. Great, one of the best cards in the game is Phase Shift. Oh, there's 2 of them. That's so good. And a Scrambler Storm. Oh man, such a good deck so far. Now, of course, I said something, and it's just going to take a south turn. But just I really enjoy just opening these decks. There's just a lot of cool things they can do. There's a lot of cool ways that they can do things. There's, you can get unusual forms of amber control and good forms of amber control. Some combos are much better than you would think they are until you take a closer look at them. And then, sometimes you just see some really, really, really cool stuff. And I love that. I love that about this game, that you don't know what you're looking at until you open these decks, and then you can just get some of the coolest stuff in this game. So let's look at this deck real quick. I mean, it looks good. We have a good board. We have good amber control here. This can work with some discard cards up front, plus we have card draw. The Spangler box can be used to clear something if we let them clear something of ours. And I generally wouldn't mind. Now, they could use it to get theirs back in ways, you know, if they're careful and they plan. The Exploiter is fantastic. Works really well with things like Twin Bolt Emission, Scrambler Storm, 2 phase shifts. And you can phase shift in like an Potion of Invulnerability to use on your next turn, or you could phase shift in, you know, just there. Let's see, with 30, yeah, we have a play effect here that we could phase shift in. We do have Bulwark we could phase shift in and do some just cool stuff with him that we normally wouldn't be able to do. We could phase shift in Doorstep to Heaven. Did we have any card advantage stuff we could phase shift in? No direct discard. Okay, so but we could phase shift in and control the weak. I mean, like there's just some cool stuff we can do. We have some interesting ways to clear board up here. We've got the Lash and the Charette. Some decent steel up in there. More steel in here in Logos with some phase shift. Yeah, that's an interesting and unusual deck. And because of Psychic Bug, you could Psychic Bug them, and well, no, you have to Reap, unfortunately, with that one. So it would be a little bit hard to mess with their cards. Well, actually, no, you could use the Dominator Bobble to use the Psychic Bug, and then you could know whether you wanted to discard with Toxin. Now, that combo is not going to stay on the board for long. Just an interesting, unusual kind of deck. You know, just does something cool, and I like that. So we'll put that off to the side too. Now, I'm not always putting something off to the side because it's powerful. I'm putting something off to the side because it's cool. Powerful really isn't always playing into the equation for me. Sometimes it's like, oh, this is cool, so I want it. I just want to hold on to it. And then other decks, you know, not so much. And I may change my mind about, because I'll go through all of them a second time and see what I think. But that's kind of how I do it. Not everything to me is, you know, and I don't even get rid of all of them. I just, you know, some of them just go in like boxes that are kind of like more like mass storage. So I hope everybody, oh, one second, I need some water. So we're up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 decks so far. This is number 8. So I hope everybody's enjoying this. I'm enjoying the experience. I just wanted to kind of open some and chat. I think Keyforge is doing really well. Last time I looked at it, let's see, the number of total registered decks was 525,321. That's pretty good. The overall average on decks fluctuates between 3,000 and 5,000. It's about 3 during the regular time of the week, and it goes up to 5 during weekends. And that's remaining pretty steady. Oh, that's a good card. And so I think overall it really looks like Keyforge is just doing really well. I don't know how long it will keep its pace. It could be a long time, which would be amazing. Oh, this guy's so hard for me to play. I mean, I guess it really would depend whether I would be willing to play him or not. Because Arrestor and Guntus being played and locking out this house could just be such a problem. I mean, you could normally clear him. Oh, it's such a powerful board, though. I mean, with him, that is just a crazy board. And then we've got another ramp guy. Wow. That's a monster board. Did we have any... Oh... We did have Amber Control with it, plus a mini board wipe and a stun. Oh, that could be so good. So let's see what else we have. Oh, we've got 2 stuns, 3 stuns. Oh, I'd rather see other things. So, yeah, I'm really enjoying these decks. I think they're enjoyable to open. I think you can see some really, really cool stuff. And sometimes these decks work out in just the coolest ways, and sometimes they don't. You know, at some point I need to go through and make a full-blown list of all my favorite cards, the things I like the most, you know, and make some more formal-ish videos. I really like Mimicry. This is a super powerful card, not to be underestimated, because it can do things like copy things like Control the Weak, Bait and Switch. Oh man, such a big creature board here too. If we have a Hunting Witch, oh wow, look at all those Snuffle Gators, jeez, and a Niffle Ape. Oh man, that was a gigantic board. Hold on, let me look at that thing again. That was 4 Snuffle Gators. You don't see 4 cards of any kind very often at all. I'm keeping this deck. That is rare. That is very rare. 4 of anything. And then it does have a Mimicry. I love that card. It's got a powerful board up here. Actually, well, not so much. It's got Mantle of the Zealot, though. That's really useful. I don't see any great Amber control. We have some Amber Gain. Gigantic board with 1 Amber control, 2. I mean, we've got a little bit of Amber control, but it's just not a lot. But we're going to be playing our creature. I mean, this is a gigantic creature deck. I mean, let's see. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 21 creatures, and they are big. These are big, beefy creatures. Big Twig, Ancient Bear. Let's see, Protectrix can be really powerful. Bulwark's really powerful. Zizix the Mini, 2 Dominators, a Marauder, a Tunk, a Gromid. Like, those are all really big. Now, the Gromid's one I'm not sure I would play, but overall, an interesting deck. I'm going to keep it because of the 4 Snuffle Gators. I find that really cool, and I have to play it to see what it's like. Like, that's just an interesting one overall. And I do like seeing stuff like that. I find that really cool. So I hope everybody enjoys has enjoyed Keyforge. I hope you guys have had time to play. I am hoping to get a sealed tournament going at my local game store at some point. Once Keyforge picks up a little bit more in the local community. I think it will. I really do. I think it's just a matter of time. I think it's just going to happen. I think that's just the way things are. So I hope everybody enjoys, and has managed to get a little bit of Keyforge going in their local community. I know local communities are very resistant to any new games. They're very resistant to stuff coming out because they have such a deep investment into other card games. And I understand that, but Keyforge just isn't a giant investment, so getting a lot of people into it isn't going to be hard. And I think that's fantastic. I think we're going to see a lot of people get into it. And that's really good. 2 Cowards Inns, just fantastic, to see. Now, hopefully we have a lot of other good cards to go with it, but we'll see. So I do think it's going to be, not too hard to get a lot of people into Keyforge. I think we'll see a decent player base. I think a lot of the decks being bought are people buying just 1 or 2 decks. I don't think it's people buying a ton of decks. I don't think that's what's going on. I mean, I guess it's possible, but I think that's unlikely. Oh, I love this guy. Such a good card. Oh, Dimension Door. So I do hope that a lot of people are getting into the game. I do think they are. It's just the feeling I get about it, and I could be wrong. I think a lot of it is newer players picking up their first deck or 2, because I know a lot of people who've picked up. Oh, this is such a weird card. I do know people who've picked up 1 or 2 decks, and a lot of the people I know, that's what they've picked up, and so that means that the player base is getting bigger and bigger, and that's an interesting thing to see, because I don't think everybody's going to stay in the game. I think some people will buy 1 or 2 decks and they probably won't enjoy it, but I think the majority of people will enjoy it when they play. I don't know if they'll like the game model with the random decks or not. Some people aren't going to like that. Some people are going to dislike that aspect. Oh, look at that board. Oh, look at that board. Jeez. Mars in this. Oh, I love this card. Okay, so hold on. Let me look back through that. That looks pretty impressive, just at the end and the board overall. So this is just such a powerful and fantastic card. A ramp, 2 big creatures, 2 big captures, just a bunch of creatures, because this is, let's see, for each friendly readied. So we have to get our Mars down and then have them be readied. So we're going to have to use a Phosphorus Stars. And we're going to definitely have to keep our Mars on the board, but it's going to be hard to wipe off. This is big stuff. This is a lot of big stuff. And there's just, wow, you can use the non-Mars creatures, so creatures like Dexter, they're just going to come back over and over again if you want them to, or Bat Drone. This is a great board wipe if you're ready to forge a key and you need one. So there is, and that is a board wipe, full blown. Everything on the board is gone. This is each creature and artifact. Everything's gone. That is a really powerful clear. If you're coming up on a key, phase shift is just powerful. We got a little bit of card advantage, and this is, you know, with our big board here, like those Dexters work well with our Dimension Door. The Heavy, the Huge is another clear, and we've got we're going to be able to get this to Amberoth when we want, and yeah, so we've got a little bit of Amber control there. The Gauntlet of Command, the 2 Coward's Inns, like that is a really interesting and cool deck. I do like seeing that one. That's going to be fun. I can just see how you can get some cool stuff to go off with this, especially with the Brainstem Antenna. Doing things like the Bat Drone over and over and over and over again with the Brainstem Antenna on him. You get him down, it doesn't get cleared off, drop a Brainstem Antenna on him. Or you get down, you know, your Headhunter, or, you know, you get down your Valdir and just rip everything apart with it. You know, or, you know, you get down your Zizix and you just ramp him. He just gets gigantic while you drop everything in your archive after using your library access. Like there are some really cool things this deck can do. I really like seeing that one. That's really cool. That's going to be fun to play. Not certain about the power level, but going to be fun. And so it's definitely a keeper. So that's another keeper. And so let's see what we get next. So we're down to, let's see, we've got 3 decks left total. This is one of those 3. So let's see what we get, shall we? So I hope everybody is excited about tournament play, that plans to be able to do it. I hope some of the people do get to check it out. I think it will be a fun and interesting format. I think a lot of people will enjoy it. I think the sealed format for it is going to be amazing. The top sealed player, you know, yeah, it can come down to chance, but the top sealed player where there's bidding involved, so you have to bid for the decks, you get to play whatever deck, I think that is going to be one of the greatest tests of skill for any card game. And I mean that. I know it sounds really extreme. Everybody's going to go, oh my God, any card game, how could it ever be a greater test of skill than Magic the Gathering? That's impossible. It could never happen. And I think that's a wrong statement. And the reason I think it can be a greater test of skill is when you're bidding, first you have to bid for the deck you're going to play. And then you have to win with it. Everybody has the same chance to bid. So first off, you're one of the best bidders, right? And then you also have to be one of the best players. So you have to have 2 skills, you know, 2 good skills in that sense to know what to bid for. And so I think that is going to be probably one of the greatest skills tests for any card game. And I know people are going to freak out. Oh my God, how could that? No way. Wow, that's a big, The gigantic Brobnar board to have with War Drummer. Oh, too bad we didn't get a bait and switch. Oh, but 2 miasmas. That's so good. So yeah, I really like seeing these decks. Like I said, this is just, it's so enjoyable to open these decks, see something cool. I know other people, oh my gosh, give me a bad penny. Oh, okay, hold on. This has become about this deck now. I hope it finishes off strong. So let's see if we have the needed amber control here. Oh, we do have amber control. Oh, and a Nepenthe Seed. Oh, and an Ancient Bear. Oh man, look at that. Oh, and the Dew Fairy. Dust Pixie. Oh, Long Shot. Mermook. Niffle Ape. Hunting Witch. And Witch of the Eye. Wow. Okay, so that was just really cool. Packed with a lot of cool cards. Let's take another quick look. So first I'm going to do is look for Amber Control. I think that might be our weakness. So Amber Control 1, 2, 3. That's a ton of Amber gain. 4, 5. And then 2 miasmas. 6, 7. 7 Amber Control, and this is our biggest one. Oh, so disappointing. So, but other than that, that's just a really cool deck. That has some great stuff in it. It's still going to be fun to play. The triple Seeker Needle with Bad Penny could just be great shenanigans. That's 3 Amber a turn. And then the double Miasma can really slow your opponent down, and you may just get off something like your Unguarded Camp with it and make a difference. At least this is a delay deck. They are going to get their keys. Like there's no way to stop that. So those keys are going to happen. But you can bring back, with Nepenthe Seeds, you can bring back your Steel and Life Web, which will be a great one to bring back with the Nepenthe Seeds. The Witch of the Eye can bring back cards. So you can, if you can keep your board alive. So let's see how powerful this board is. Those Ancient Bears are really going to help. Dodger's going to help. The Seeker Needles could really just do a lot of damage each turn they're played. There's a lot of damage up here. There's a big board up here. It is possible that you're going to have board control. And then with Follow the Leader and and let's see, and just all the creatures you have. Let's see, I don't see. Oh, you had a Looter Goblin, I believe. Oh, and the Looter Goblin. So Follow the Leader and the Looter Goblin can just be insane amber gain. So that's just a really cool and crazy deck. I'm going to keep it just because I think it's cool. Again, another deck I think is cool. Not always about the absolute power level of the deck. Sometimes it's just about the cool factor. And I think that was a cool deck. Collectible, probably not. Probably not going to be, a valuable one or anything like that. But I think it's cool, and hence I'm going to keep it. So I do really enjoy opening these. Like I said, it's just you can find some of the coolest stuff in here. I mean, there's some decks that are just truly awful. I think, again, I really do, and we'll find this out because I do have another box of First Print Run that at some point I'm going to open, but that's going to be well into the future. I'm probably going to hold on to that until probably after the second print run has come out and people are getting a little bit where they're kind of getting excited about the next print run after that. That's probably when we'll open a whole alpha. Not alpha, I mean, well, it is the alpha print. That's when we'll open a whole first print, and maybe when we do that, we'll get one of the unusual names, or even other cards that may get changed in this print run, and you won't be able to tell the difference between the boxes. So the only boxes that you can get, the only boxes you'll be able to guarantee any of these original card texts or any of that stuff, if it ever gets changed, is those first print run. Oh god, that's a lot of board clear right there. Okay, so this can be useful if we have the right stuff. So I do hope that people enjoy getting to see this stuff, and I really, like I said, this is just enjoyable. This is just a fun thing to do. It's oh wow, that's a lot of amber control in Brobby. I mean, I like seeing that. Oh, I love the King of Crag. Oh man, that is a powerful, powerful. Oh, that's such a good Brobnar house, and then an Arise to follow it. I mean, like, that is just so good. Oh, Library of the Damned, Charette. I mean, that's just so good. I really do enjoy, you know, just like I said, just getting to see all these cards. Oh, the Pit Lord. He's gonna make every deck he's in just hilarious. I mean, oh man, that is a lot of you can't use your artifacts kind of stuff in there. Not the most powerful board, but just a fun one nonetheless. I'm this is just an interesting deck. It's going to be kind of a fun one to play. Oh man, that's such a good creature. So there's some great creatures in here. I do like seeing them. They're going to be fun to play. Oh, look at the Amber. Oh, please give me a Chota. I don't think we have one though. So just, oh man, look at the Amber gain on this one. Okay, so oh man, look at all that Amber, like all that Amber. That's crazy Amber. Add the Hunting Witch into that scenario. That's just a lot of Amber. And up here, this is more Amber gain. Like, if they're going to use anything, that's Amber gain right there. So that's cool. Pit Lord, like, you know, the funny thing is, this is the weakest and worst card in the entire set, but I like it. I like this card. I know that's contradictory, but I like the Pit Lord. I just do. Can't help it. And there's just some great cards up in here. Like, everything up here is good. And then the Brobnar board is fantastic. Okay, so the Amber control in this one's kind of weird. So let's take a look at it, shall we? Okay, so we've got the Murmook, which is tiny Amber control. We don't have any Amber control up here. We've got a Steel here. We've got a Charette for capture, so that's tiny Amber control there. Now our Amber controls in Brobnar and using a Rise. It's not the best, still fun, because we have we can't Arise Screech Bumps, so never mind. We don't have a tremendous amount of Amber control in here. Now we do have Unguarded Camps. So just overall, a fun and interesting deck. That was just fun to open and enjoyable to look at. I mean, it's not the greatest, but it's just cool. Again, you know, like a lot of these times I open a deck and I'm just like, this is not the best deck, but I really like the way the generation turned out on that. It's just an interesting one. Let's see. So we are now down to the last deck. This is the last deck of the 12. All the rest of those are empty now, and we're going to wrap things up, and hopefully with a bang. I hope this deck is a god deck, and we all just walk away going, oh man, that was amazing. That was so good. So let's see. Is it the super deck? Is it going to make our eyes water with joy when we see it? Probably not. Probably not. It's probably not going to be that good. It's probably, you know, going to be another average deck like just about every other deck, and we're going to be like, oh, well, you know, that was okay. I don't know why we got so excited about that one. Okay, maybe a little bit excited. Okay, let's see what we have. So we've got a Coward's End. Love starting that way. So hopefully, like I said, hopefully these cards are good. Easy for them not to be. So I hope that people enjoyed this box opening. I hope people you know, like seeing this kind of stuff. I hope people, you know, enjoy that I'm getting to relax a little bit more, and you know, hopefully I can maintain that, because you know, sometimes it's hard for me to stay relaxed. It's a complicated explanation, but people who do know me know that I'm kind of an interesting person. Once I I love seeing this guy. Know that I'm a really interesting kind of person when I really do get to relax. I kind of am unusual, and I don't know. I like having fun. I like just enjoying myself and getting to do things, and you know, but I don't spend a lot of time around people because it's just something that's really hard for me to do. Like I said, long, complicated explanation. Oh, so I do love this combination. It can be a really good one, but the odds it's going to have good amber control are really, really low. I do hope this one has fantastic amber control. You know, that would be great to see, but I don't know if it's going to happen. It's looking really grim. Like, it's looking worse and worse with each card. Like, that's not what I want to see. I mean, now I've got like so few creatures in here that, you know, it's like there's just not a lot there. So not an amazing deck to end with. Not the worst deck in the world. You know, it's not absolutely terrible, but the board is really weak. I mean, the Brobnar board is fantastic. Brobnar started out really, really strong. Like, this is just a good Brobnar board. You know, amber control, the king. This guy can allow you to use the amber control on that guy. Amber control, and then the Coward's End and more amber control right here. So there's a lot of amber control up in Brobnar. And Brobnar can do that, but there's just not very much anywhere else. There's just not enough. I mean, we do have we do have a little bit, but it's just not enough. So another interesting deck, not terrible, not great. So there you guys go. I hope you had an enjoyable time. I hope you guys enjoyed opening this display with me. And what we're going to do after this, the video that's going to follow this is going to be a video where I'm going to start going through the stuff I bought leading up to Christmas, which I've talked about. The stuff I bought leading up to Christmas, and these are the decks. Some of them are still really, really good. There's still a Maverick in the entire set of them, and some of them are terrible, and I way overpaid for some of them. You know, some of them I paid like $20 for a deck that is just not good. So I did make a couple of those mistakes, and I'm going to show that stuff coming up, and I'm going to do those one at a time after this. So that's going to be what's following this opening, but I did want to do this so you guys can enjoy it. So have a wonderful night, and I will see you guys again later.